Hello, it's SCULUS. This is a track breakdown for Look Into My Eyes in the new Whisper EP on the goddamn new wave releases. Let's go! Alright, damn. I recorded a little 15-minute video of me doing this already, but I messed it up because I forgot to put my mic in the right setting. Yeah, for the intro, we have this little piano right here. We got E piano. Just one of those like stock Ableton instruments with vintage tape channel and reverb. Just to give it that nice little spacey feeling. With a little impact. But that's kind of like the pre-intro, yeah. And intro starts basically right here with the vocal. And right here, I also start to introduce the main melody. For the drop, this is a trying sine with reverb, transient shaper, and more reverb. Double reverb. The effects I have on the vocal is a little bit of redux, some reverb, EQ3, EQing out the low end and some of the highs, so it's just kind of mids. And then a saturator going into another EQ3, EQing out lows with a little bit less mids, and then normal highs. After that, there's just a little like build. I didn't want the build to be too build-up-y. I just wanted it to be kind of like a surprise when you get to the drop. Out of this little vital thing right here. And vital, just to follow the chords, just had a simple little waveform. Yeah, waveform. And had it follow the same chords as the piano. With some distortion. An EQ to EQ out the, or to low pass the low end. Some reverb, more reverb. I like putting lots of reverb. Another EQ, just to make sure the lows are completely gone. And that's about it for that. Also got this sweet riser. Alright, for this these drums right here, I have a kick from, it's really funny because this kick is from one of the most basic, like, free download rhythm sample packs. Hold up. Swag. It's this kick 6 right here. I love using, or I used to love using this kick. This track was made a little bit ago. Yeah, it's a good kick. It's got transient shaper on it, just to make it a bit better. We have this Hakai Dubs clap. He has a really good pack. This is in right here. Immaculate, just amazing clap. Then some ivory cymbals and like hats and stuff. With the hat, I put reverb on it, and then an EQ3 to low pass it, just to make sure there's no low end somehow. I just like doing that. Same thing with the other hat. Yeah. Next is the sub. Right here. That little noise in the beginning is from where's it at? From a tape stop. This tape stop right here starts at this moment just to give it like a cool little transition into the drop. I'm pretty sure I have tape stop on most of these tracks. Well, no, I have tape stop on this and tape stop on this just to make sure everything is together. On the sub, it's just a normal vital sub, basic shapes. Got some river, white noise. Got this little pitch right here. Just like a cool shape with the sub. So normal sub shape. We got an M saturator just to beef up the sub a little bit. An EQ3, a transient shaper just to make it a little bit more punchy, and another EQ, Nova EQ, just to turn everything down a little bit because the sub was getting a little bit too loud. All right, now everything else. We have the lead. It's the same lead as before, just with one less reverb activated. So it's very plucky now. This is where the transient shaper comes in. It makes it way more plucky than if it didn't have it. It's just better. Yeah. All right, then we got some layers right here. This is a trap snare that I put frequency shifter on to frequency shift it to the same key as the chords, and some distortion and an EQ to get out any low end that there could possibly be. Any possible low end, there's stuff like that. Just to make it more clean. We got some reverb, which is always nice to have. This is a very low pitched trap snare. I think this is the same trap. No, this is a different trap snare. Just pitched down with frequency shifter and like warped down as well using the Ableton low warp. Low pass, low end, distortion, and third layer. The third trap snare layer is this one. This one's mostly just supposed to be a transient. Same thing, frequency shifter, distortion, EQ, and limiter. But I'm pretty sure this one was pitched up. Yeah, this is pitched up one semitone. Have this vocal that goes along the entire drop. It's a very interesting sound, but it works. It gets the job done. Have the main vocal. Very nice. And then this sounds really harsh on its own, but it kind of fits with the rest of the drop. This is a little vital thing right here with a classic bend wave shape. And it's really plucky. And I have distortion on this with reverb, an EQ, and another EQ. So yeah, it's just the same chords as before, just to keep the progression going. Got some sweeps. That's about it for the drop. Yeah. For the B section, not much changes. All I do is I take out these two little snare layers right here. So it's more chill, I guess, more calm compared to the first half. I also end up giving this a little bit more of a tail for the reverb. I EQ'd out the low end on the sub in this little section just to make the transition a little bit cleaner. And now we are on to the mid section. Pretty much just the same thing as the intro. The little melody and the piano. Then it comes to this section, and I have the little saw again, or not the saw. I don't know. It's the thing that thing, the chord, epic chord. We have this little riser again that I used in the first drop or the first build up. Some vocals. Alright, that has a lot of reverb on it. The tail goes for a long time. Yeah, we have these little chords right here that introduce us into this little midsection right here. It's the same kind of wave as before, but talking about, yeah, this has a little arpeggiator on it. That's about all that changed. It's got longer decay on the reverb. We have this little sub layer right here. This is a basic 303 bass. We got EQ to boost like the highs and stuff. Some reverb, another EQ to boost the lows, and then limiter. And that's that. Introducing the piano again. That sound right there is done with the reverb. This little size knob down here, whenever you turn it up or down while the track is playing, it gets that strange distortion E kind of sound effect. And that's what I used right here, just to get that and to transition into the second drop. Got more vocals. And the SCULUS tag. Second drop, pretty much same stuff as the first drop, just different melody, of course. Also am now using a ivory snare. Different drum pattern too. Basses are using a different pattern as well. One of my favorite things about this track is this little, I love the sub movement. Yeah, the drums kind of switch between kick clap and kick snare right here just to make it more unique, I guess. Yeah, and you got some more cool movement, sub movement moment. Got all the bass layers still, or snare layers. They're kind of like basses. Works is like the same thing. After that, finally switch back into kick clap for the rest of the drop. Same thing as before. Took out the snare basses and then just had the melody go again. Just following the sub. Yeah. And then that just kind of leaves the end. Same piano melody, vocals, and then like those same little 2 chord shots in the midsection. Oh geez. This is the piano with some bit crush and a limiter now. Oh, and an arpeggiator. This is the like saw wave with another arpeggiator and bit crush as well. Same thing with this little 303 bass. Bit crush, that's about it for this one. Or that's all that was added. Just all the other stuff as well. at the very, very end, there's a little Easter egg. That's this sound right here. This is a fart sound effect with some resonator on it to make it in the same key. And and reverb, heavy reverb. Let me just. I don't know. I like putting sound effects in my tracks. I guess I can talk about this little main group right here, which is everything else in the track. This is the thing that has the tape stop on it. That start time, stop time. So it gives it that weird little. Well, it gives the tape stop sound effect, obviously. Yep, got that on the sub as well, just to make everything cleaner. I don't think I have it on the drums. Yeah, I don't have that on the drums, though. That's about it for this track. Of course, I have this little idea that I had for a different drop when I first started making this. This is like a little side project thing. It's really strange. I'm glad I didn't use that because that was kind of weird. I also had drums set for the midsection because this was supposed to be the bit crush section, but I decided not to do it since it sounded kind of weird. Whoa, drum! Love me some drum. Yeah, that's that. Well, that's the breakdown for my track "Look Into My Eyes" in the Whisper EP on New Wave Releases. Thank you so much. Wow, this is it. This is the